Hi, back to my book. I'm going to cover death here. This will bring up some emotions for me and some emotions for my viewer. And again, it is automatically written, and I wrote this the 26th of the 6th, 2003. And I asked, it should have been but I've got, is my kids part of reincarnating? And I've got family. And I lost Chico 2007, Carolyn 2010, Mickey 2013. So I haven't added to this book, because it's revised. Since then, I've lost my father, and I've lost Rob, and I've lost Jimmy, and I've had quite a few other losses. But anyway, let's read what I wrote back in 2003. We know all of them, and we are the children you did not know. Those deaths were part of the family plan. Do not cry, Jem. The love you feel is all we needed. We needed to experience connecting to babies to learn about souls. Now, I'm just going to stop there if I keep reading. I've had 13 miscarriages, one of which was an ectopic, one that made it to 18 weeks. So this is what this bit is referring to. So a lot of this is personal, okay? We needed to experience connecting to babies to learn about souls. Death is not an end. The end does not exist. There is only infinite love, infinite wisdom, infinite games, infinite creations, and we are always recreating creations, just like this game, Jem. The end does not exist, ever. The death of your babies was not an end. It was just a playing of being the loss of you. The babies were you, we are you, just as your loved Chico, that was my dog, is your creation too. He is part of all of it. You will not lose Chico like you are upset by loss. His play is part of your creative essence. Chico will be home with all of capital U. Do you understand this concept? It is truth all man has forgotten. We are all each other. We all are creative, divine beings, which cannot be separated unless that is a game. We know your concept of this. We forget, where are we? We know your concepts of this. We know you know this, but still you do not listen to your own voice of silent truth as you play, quite enjoying the game, even the pain and the hurdles you face. We forget humans require rest. We could tell your soul so much more, and your soul does hear. But the woman Jem writes this and is moved, but when the rules of her game tell her to be obedient, she closes her mind to us and her soul. Goodbye, precious Jem. We love you, and we love playing this game. We all benefit from playing this game. Greetings and love. The 29th of the 1st, 2004. Welcome, Jem. You are a curious being, always trying to analyze all things. Now you want to talk about death. To mankind, death is a fear because their bodies end. But you are a multi-dimensional being, existing in all levels of all that is. In the reality, not human bodies, so there is no end, only ever after and ever before. So I question, what happens to the me when I die? Your body decays, but you do not cease to be. And it depends on the choices you make at the point of death of Jem. There are endless possible creations for all beings. And I go, what will I do then? Jem, you have finished playing human game and will choose to return to all that is, but you never lose your Jemness. Rather, you become part of all that is, and all that is are you. This is a concept man does forget in being separated from all that is. When your physical body decays, it returns to energy, but your soul always exists at all dimensions, all levels, all the time. Your soul uses energy to create, and so to be human, you created a physical plane, a physical body, all bound by finite and physical laws which do not truly exist. And I've gone, what about an animal dying? This is another difficult concept because animals are created by you for you to enjoy, yet they have souls too. And beloved pets are in fact your creation because that pet is actually your soul too, even though it has a soul. When your beloved pet dies, the soul returns back to all that is, and when you die, the souls are complete. In other words, your dog Chico will join his soul with your soul, and all souls will join and be one, even though you are still you. I don't understand, I wrote. Surely I must lose me in oneness, entity, and all that is? And the answer is, how can that be? Nothing is ever lost. The oneness is all, and all is you. And then I said, are you saying all living things here on earth is actually me? Exactly. But you made yourself into many separate pieces to learn this separation, to understand the oneness. I questioned. I still don't understand. Why don't I feel then as everyone? This is truly difficult for you as a human bound in the defined, limited spatial body of Gem. Only Gem feels her stuff because you decided to feel as Gem. Others decided to feel as them. But in reality, you are them and they are you. So I wrote, so when I die, only a piece of oneness returns to all that is? Indeed, that is so. But remember, you exist at all levels, so always there is oneness. You are only separated in bodies created for this purpose of experiencing separation. My next question deals with actual dying, is like, but I am tired now and will ask another time. And it goes, you are afraid because you cannot see real reality, and dying for humans is an unknown quantity. We will aid you when your time of death comes, but for now, we end your talk and bring your soul love and happiness. Love yourself, Gem, and we bid you farewell for now. Then on the 9th of the 6th, 2005, I wrote, this is automatic writing. Once death claims you and are, both of you will be back with all that is, and both of you will remember each other and be part of it. Your souls are still souls, but part of all that is, and both still have each other and also that all that is. In other terms, the love bond between you and are is forever, and yet you are still one in all that is. When you die, Gem, you will understand, and R will never be taken from you because he is you, and so are Chico and your children. You are still Gem, R, Chico, etc., but you are also the creator too. So when you die, R will be waiting for you because the R-ness wants his Gemness, and Chico wants his Gemness too. Death is beautiful. Once the trauma of dying is over, then there are waiting souls whom you loved as Gem and whom loved you. There are children and partners who you with and who died with your love. For example, R and the animals, including your childhood dogs, even the tortoise, and they were your essence. And so after death waits all these souls to love you again, and also other souls wait. These other souls are guides and souls from previous reincarnations who want to greet you, and there are celebrations of joy, and you meet other souls too who knew you as Gem, whom you may not have loved, but after death, love, because death shows Gem the truth. These souls are family members in Gem's life as Gem and will love you again. Other people you interact with as Gem also greet you, like Centrelink people or people you knew who impacted on Gem's life. So there are hundreds and hundreds of souls waiting. When your children pass on, Gemness, that's me, waits for them, and they reunite with the mother they loved. C becomes part of Gemness, as does D and J, who also reconnect to their loved ones, and so a big part of is joined, and other reconnections form, and the wholeness completes. You as Gem are still Gem in this, and R is still R. You will understand and will rejoice in the part of becoming whole. We wait for you with eager anticipation because of the truth and beauty of all that really is, that awaits all of us. Goodbye, Gem. Be happy. You are loved. Then on the 26th of the 6/05, I wrote, automatic writing again, death is, as we have said many times, the end of the game. But death does not destroy the soul of Gem or the identity who was Gem. Death is the gateway back home. Death is a human scene. Death as a human seems to be painful and fearful, but that is an illusion caused so that you believe in life and that everything on earth really exists, but it doesn't. Death does not hurt, we promise you. Death is not full of horror, we promise you. There is no hell waiting, no God to judge your sins. There is no burning, eternal damnation. There are no karmic debts to be paid off in the next reincarnation. There are only wonders and joy and love and eternal gains. Earth is ancient and will soon be recreated as a place of immense light, vibrating at a frequency so high solid matter cannot exist. Negativity cannot exist because the denseness will be no more. Yet remember that Earth is at all levels of existence because it exists at all times. We speak of Earth ending in the illusionary dimension. We speak of Earth as it is for you, Gem, the human. We speak in your dimensional time frame, which is limited by space, solid matter, and energies created to keep the flux of the universe flowing. The universe you know is limited. The universe we know is multi-layered, and there are universes within universes and worlds within worlds. There's a bit more, and then a bit more that's got nothing to do with death. So I'll go a bit further down the page, and it goes, now returning to death. The brain closes the images off to the parts which interpret sensory input. Then the brain shuts off the heart and the lungs. You feel peace immediately. There is no pain. Firstly, you float out of the shell, which was your body, and orientate to the fact that you can exist in your dimension first. You are not hit with real reality images because it would be too much for you then. You need to experience the fact of the light body first. And I asked the question, does this happen with animals like Chico? No, because animals have already the knowledge of other worlds. Dogs sense other entities. Even the most basic primitive animal knows other entities exist. So these animals, upon death, do not hang around unless they sense their owner needs them. But usually they pass over much quicker to real reality. where they are greeted with love and joy. Chico will remain in your world until your grief passes, then he will quickly pass over and wait for you to return. Do not cry, because Chico will never be lost to you. It is sad because his physical self dies to you, and you cannot see him as a human, but Chico always sees you. And then I've put in brackets, since the loss of Chico, we lost Mickey, then Jimmy. Oh, so I have added, we return to human death. After reorientating to the earthly plane, the soul looks at the dead body and at first does grieve because she or he has died and left behind their life. Then the soul is filled with peace and is happy to get and is also happy to rid itself of the heavy, dense body which caused numerous illnesses, pain, and stress. Now the soul cannot feel these. Some souls remain by the body to watch what happens next. Some souls just wander around enjoying their refound lightness. Some souls return to the body and live. Some souls float high up and go to other parts of Earth to visit relatives or places of their memories. Some souls are wanting to return back and instead of returning home, reincarnate. You have done that for several lifetimes because you enjoyed being human, but as Gem have played the last game. After a period of readjustment to a light body, which can take hundreds of years, hence your ghost, the soul decides it has enough of being on Earth. Question: if you're stuck for centuries, do you experience the future or are you stuck at one time frame? And the answer, if you stay for hundreds of years, you do not move in time, you are stuck in your period of your death. If it was different, when you reincarnated, you would need no experience because you already lived it as a ghost. The ghost is stuck to his or her memories and has no brain to sensory input time movement. So question, what is the shortest time to readjust? The shortest period is a matter of several years. The period is necessary because Earth was so dense and ridding the negativity takes time. To us, the time is nothing. While you readjust, you take time to look at memories and you do have a great fun flying around. You can fly over the highest mountain peaks. You can even go as far as the upper reaches of gravity. Why you can't go further is because you are still dense even though you feel light. The negativity, the solidity, the denseness exists all around you. And as a ghost, you are still on Earth. Once the readjustment period has passed, you see us again. What happens is this: one moment you are dense, then you are light, and then in an instant, you are home with us. This happens instantly. What it's trying to say is to us it feels like time, but it's actually a blink of an eye. Some people in near-death experience report bright tunnels at the end. Some people in near-death experiences report bright lights at the end of a tunnel, but that is not real reality. It is an image other entities create for that soul, so that soul understands it. But real reality is not white light or people waiting for you or hell. Real reality cannot be told to you in your words because we cannot explain the incredible, miraculous beauty of it. Once you are home, you join all that is and you are able to reconnect to the whole. Your past experiences of Gem are forgotten, except Gemness is not forgotten. Gemness is there always, and Gemness remembers her life, but the past experiences has no bad part. It was just a game. We say farewell for now. Love to you. Now this next subject is still death, and I brought it up because It's a hard one. It's called Subject Death, Suicide and Depression. And it was written on the 1st of the 2nd, 2004. Welcome, Jem. We will further discuss depression. It is a reactionary emotion based on negative past experiences which impact our mind, not soul, as soul only knows perfection. When a person is depressed, they are reliving past issues and using those issues to judge their feelings in the moment. Pain is similar, as it is based on memories. This is hard when a man is in the moment being hurt, but it's based on past, not present. And even when man understands its past, the man still uses depression because it feels good to feel depressed. Do you understand this? All feelings feel good to experience, and there are all feelings to experience. Anyway, I'm going to go down a little bit. It talks about here. I'll go here. I've got it talks about your heart and organ, that's just soul, and that all that really exists is your soul. But this is about suicide. There is another important thing we need to tell you. This is about suicide. This is when a person has chosen to return to all that is, because his creation failed to be a paradise. It was to be hard, to be, as you understand, hell. I'll go back. This is when a person has chosen to return to all that is because his creation failed to be a paradise. Earth is not a paradise. This was not what you created it to be. It was to be hard, to be, as you understand, hell. But there is no hell, only an invented game. Then, for a person to take his own life, he did not want hell. Do you understand? You chose to experience hell, and you are living through hell to understand all that is. Suicide is also an experience to return to us, and nothing less, nothing more. Another type of game playing. Sometimes you have been attracted to suicide too, because you allow the negativity to be only too real, and your mind reasons this is hell, and indeed it is. You created this. Be proud, because creation is a miracle. Marvel how inventive creators are. The imagination is divine. I have written more on death, but for now, let's leave it at that. Let's just understand that this is, as it says on the back, this book was written from a place of love. The basic premise on which it stands, that Earth is an illusion and that everything is an illusion, that we are the creator and the creation. The real reality is infinite divine love that is unconditional, nor does it judge or punish. And throughout my book, I've written about death, and it talks that I am you and you and me, and that yes, we feel grief when we lose, because I'm in grief and loss when we lose our loved ones, but that they are never lost because they are part of the whole, so that when we die we are reunited with the whole. Anyway, for more, you please read my book, because I have to go through pages and pages and I don't want to make this too long or too boring, but I hope that's helped you with your grief and loss. It made me a little bit upset. Anyway, this will be my last video for today, and I'll probably make some more videos at the end of the week. Bye for now. Take care, and remember, you are loved, and you are. I'll just leave it like that.